Carl and Damon here from games, Brrraains A Head-Banging Life. They made what into a TV series? Donkey Kong Country. Week by week, we're covering every single episode. And this is Kong for a Day, episode 5, written by Nadine Van der Velde. It's party time on the island as everyone's having a good time at the beach. Even K. Rool and Clump are there with drinks. I was like, what? What?
Yeah, doesn't make any sense, really.
Well, it does, because it will explain it.
Yeah, it
but
does.
it's one of those where you're like, okay, fine. You know what? We'll take it. Because it's different.
Yes.
Because it's different at first. Cranky shuts the party down to give a speech revealing that it's an annual ceasefire where they all get together and have some fun. Yeah. That's apparently what it is. Yep. Once a year, everyone has a ceasefire and they just chill out and hang out together. It's odd, but I'll buy it.
I'll buy it.
He then introduces DK as the future ruler, but DK is deep in bananas. DK then offers some word, but his mouth is full. Bluster is, of course, not impressed, and Dizzy teases him about being jealous. Yeah, we know. It's Bluster's entire thing. But Bluster gets his own back by pointing out that Diddy has nothing in his future. And I was like, bloody hell, that's harsh. That's really harsh.
I mean, he's got a point, but that is harsh, man.
Yeah. Diddy is mad and stamps on his hat. That thing. Not helped by funky drawn parallels between the pair. DK tries to cheer him up by calling him his future sidekick and best little buddy. It doesn't work as Diddy doesn't want to just be a sidekick forever. You can kind of see where this episode's going already. Yep. Cranky then teases K. Rool about the truce, and the lizard says that it won't last for long. Cranky says to K. Rool that he has no chance as long as DK is around before walking out. K. Rool then reveals to Clump that he's preparing a surprise attack. And I was like, oh, here we go again. Here we go again. He's planning to make it so that DK is never ruler. We already know that. Like, it's the same thing. It doesn't matter. His entire plan is all related to the same thing. Get the crystal coconut, take over. Then DK won't be ruler, will he? The arrival of Candy helps, and K. Rool drops a banana skin, forcing her to slip over. She blames DK and storms off, and K. Rool is delighted. His plan turns out to be something a little bit different. He plans to turn all the apes against DK, meaning no one will want him as a leader. I was like, okay, it's not the worst plan. But I will admit, this is an episode where everyone's just really, really mean.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Later, K. Rool approaches DK, who's sitting alone on the edge of a pier. K. Rool asks him about Candy and pretends to be on DK's side, suggesting that he gets his mind off Candy by going surfing. And DK's like, yeah, all right, cool idea. It works, and DK goes off to surf. We then see DK asking Funky to use his favourite board. Just use one of his other boards. He's got probably more than one, right?
Yep.
Funky isn't so sure, as the board in question is his soulmate. Funky's weird, man. I was like, is he having sex with a board? With a surfboard?
It's got to be another drug reference. Sure.
Yeah, it's got to be, right. But he agrees to let DK to use it. Guess what happens? DK leaves the board at the dock to jump into the water, allowing K. Rool and Crusher to steal it. DK then gets out of the water, sees the board gone, goes and wakes up Funky and tells him that the board is gone. And Funky is very upset and not willing to hear DK's excuses. So DK leaves dejected. So that's two people angry with DK. DK is walking through the jungle with Diddy and Dixie. We now meet Dixie. Dixie arrives, voiced by Louise Valence. This is her first appearance in the show. She tells DK that they're still hanging with them, and Diddy reminds him that he is his number 2. Diddy then says he has to go do something, so DK and Dixie carry on without him. K. Rool, in his lair, is getting Crusher to do an impression of DK, and it turns out he can do a very good K. Rool too, and is able to nail DK's voice. Like, it's literally just a voice actor doing it. Yeah. K. Rool then sends Crusher to alienate the rest of the group. We see DK is sitting with Dixie as Crusher hides behind a tree. He uses his voice to pretend to hit on Dixie, who is outraged as she is with Diddy. This scene is fucking weird. Yeah. She storms off telling DK that she's going to tell Diddy. And it's really weird because he comes onto her. He's proper hitting her about, hey, yeah, we should get together and hang out and kiss and stuff like that. And it's weird because I always got the impression that Diddy and Dixie were young.
Young, yes.
And DK and Candy were older.
Older,
so there's that level of weirdness. Mm-hmm. But apparently, Dixie can hear Crusher doing DK's voice. But DK, who's sitting next to her, can't hear Crusher.
Yeah, makes no sense. Again, it's another one of those...
Whatever, yeah. We then see Diddy confronting DK about it. DK tries to defend himself, but ends up insulting Dixie even more, resulting in Diddy storming off. And DK is very confused about what has just happened. We see Cranky is asleep in his hut. Clump and the goons are there and shoot critters all over the hut, wrecking it. They then leave a banana skin behind so as to frame DK. Cranky wakes up, sees his hut wrecked, sees the banana skin and shouts for DK. We then see DK and Diddy en route, and Diddy is still pissed off with DK. Cranky accuses Donkey Kong and Diddy, and Diddy also thinks Donkey Kong did it. I don't know how they've got to that, but hey, there you go.
Yeah, I don't get it at all. Like, why would you think that he would destroy your cabin?
And that he didn't wake up while he was doing it.
Makes no sense.
DK swears he didn't do it, especially as there's some banana left in his skin. Thought it was a good touch, and he would never leave any banana behind. That was an interesting touch.
Yep.
But for some reason, Cranky believes DK was responsible and strips him of his future ruler status. So it's happened. He's not going to be king. DK declares that the crystal coconut chose him, but it opens up and reveals that it's now Diddy's face in it. So apparently it chose Diddy, which makes no sense. Surely the magical coconut would know DK isn't responsible.
Yep, you'd think so, yeah.
Yeah, fucking his coconut rules are insane.
Yeah, it just picks and chooses.
Yeah. Diddy celebrates and Cranky kicks DK out, sending him away to the White Mountains. DK leaves despondent as Cranky throws the suitcase at him, and I was like, everyone is... What a bunch of dicks. Like, they've all decided, like, oh, DK's a dick because he's done a few bad things, or think he's done bad things, even though he's saying he didn't. But your response to that is to ostracize him. And then send him away to live in the mountains.
I know what I would do if I was Donkey Kong. And then next time they want you fucking up.
Snap.
Exactly, yeah.
I'd be snapping. Like, the fact that Diddy as well is celebrating that he's now going to be king, go and just snap his neck. You know what I mean? Just leave him all dead. You know what I mean? Funky flies DK on Cranky's orders and drops DK out of the plane under the snow. And it's now, this long into it, time for the first song, as DK sings a bluesy tune called I'm Nobody's Hero. Once that's done, we see K. Rool and his team are celebrating. The plan is now to raid Bluster's barrel factory so they can get a supply of exploding barrels to deal with the rest of the apes. And I was like, when has that ever worked out?
Yep.
We do see that Cranky has been spying on them using the coconut. And I was like, so is that a thing? What is that a thing now that he can use the coconut to spy on K. Rool?
Yep, apparently so.
Why not do that all the fucking time?
Yep.
This coconut, it is a MacGuffin in itself. Apparently Cranky didn't see the part though about DK being set up though, as it suggests it's time for Diddy to lead the defence against K. Rool.
Well,
Apparently you can only watch certain parts of K. Rool.
Picks and chooses.
It really does, doesn't it? Obviously Diddy has some reservations and I was very, very confused about all of this. Yeah. Really, really confused. Diddy and Dixie are chilling out and she wants a kiss. Cranky then appears as a hologram, okay, and demands Diddy stop K. Rool. Diddy realises what that entails, is not happy about it, but heads off nonetheless. We then get the second song called Second Banana. Not a good one.
No.
At the barrel factory, Bluster is trying his luck with candy, unsurprisingly, when Clump and some goons arrive to raid the factory. The critters start to cause chaos as Diddy arrives, ordering them to leave. But Clump is not scared of Diddy, completely unimpressed, and orders Diddy to be attacked, resulting in Diddy forced to run from critters. Cranky then appears and Diddy tells him to get DK and Cranky agrees, saying that he misses him anyway. So everything we've seen in this episode just about to be undone.
Yep.
Yeah. DK is sitting in the snow, desperate for bananas. So much so that he manages seeing them and falls into a pit, a mirage. Cranky then appears and tells DK to help out the factory. DK says he can't as he has no bananas, but Cranky reveals that the suitcase was full of them and that he didn't want to send them off hungry. Okay.
No, nope. I want to tell him to go fuck yourself.
Yeah. But DK arrives at the factory and deals with Clump problem. Everyone is really happy to see him, and we see that DK's face is now back in the coconut. DK and Diddy make a joke about being the top and second banana to end the episode. And that is a very messy, very confused episode where the elements of the crystal coconut are just so randomized. The thing is, the idea behind this was fun.
Yep.
The idea of DK being ostracized and the way K. Rool's plan worked was fun. But it all comes down to the same thing, which is apparently just the crystal coconut can do all these magical things.
Yeah.
We have no rules surrounding it. And the thing that happens at the end is resolved so quickly in a matter of minutes.
I could have made that episode much better. Just get rid of the whole crystal coconut in this episode and just have Diddy and Donkey Kong having a fallout.
Yep.
That's all you needed. For me, that's all you needed because the rest of them was pointless. Those two there are clearly the main characters. It's always about those two.
Well, I think you could have simplified this as well even more. So everything works out like it should, right? Even the coconut can be in it, but it's not used, right? And have everything working like it should have. But as DK's, I don't know, ostracized, or maybe he's walking through the jungle, sadly, he ends up passing like Clump and K. Rool coming the other way, overhears them laughing and joking about what they did. He realises that they're responsible, and basically he then has to go back and defend and prove to the others that K. Rool was responsible. That's it, right? Simple.
Yeah. I just did the whole business with his coconut. It just doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah, here we've got it spying on K. Rool, working as like some sort of CCTV monitor, allowing Cranky to be a hologram. It's all too much.
Yeah.
Not apparently magical, but not able to know that Donkey Kong was responsible.
Doesn't make sense why it makes Diddy the new leader.
Yeah, why? How?
Sense.
It doesn't at all. I don't get it at all. But this is the episode 8 for a day. Was that what it is? King for a day? Kong for a day. Kong for a day. Episode 5. You got any thoughts on it? You know what to do. Let us know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please help us out by giving us a thumbs up and hitting that subscribe button. If you really liked what you saw, consider donating to keep the website and channel running by buying us a coffee via our coffee page or picking up some merch from our Big Cartel store. You can check us out on gbhbl.com as well as via our social media, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, as well as listen to our interviews via SoundCloud, Apple Music and Spotify. Just search for GBHBL. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?